How's it? Today is Monday, August 14th. I'm still rebuilding, still doing Snatch things on a Monday. Today was disappointing and discouraging. I didn't miss any lifts or anything, but I felt like I was going to be doing really well today, and it just simply didn't happen to be that way. I felt like my lower back was giving me a lot of issues about halfway through the lifts today. And like you see here, there, and the little smirk, little grin. I felt really good when I was warming up. It felt like I was moving in the direction that I wanted to be moving. And then somewhere along the line, it just changed. And everything started feeling like it was tentatively going to be hurting me. And I don't know what specifically caused it. But I do know that at some point, walking around was hurting my lower back. And I haven't felt like really. I haven't felt that bad since the day that it really got bad on that Saturday. Is it 3 weeks ago at this point? 3 Saturdays ago? And yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to kind of parse into like the entirety of my life right now. As far as it goes, I did work a really, really long shift yesterday. I did a like 13 or 14 hour shift, I think, yesterday. And most of it was spent on my feet. I did have like an hour and 15-minute break in between in the middle of the day, but everything else was literally spent on my feet. And so when I come in today, if I didn't have that context, I think today would have been like mentally, morality wise, destroying, because I was moving in a good direction, and I expected that this week or maybe next week I would be close to back to normal, if not back to normal. But with the context of me working for so long yesterday, I took like 20,000 steps yesterday. I think it was close to 9 miles of walking and kind of just oddly bending and contorting, because that's just how it works when you're in a restaurant. You go over to pick up somebody's plate and they don't move because they're not aware of their surroundings. This is my last set here. Actually was ending up doing thrusters for the first rep of the push press, which I think is completely fine. But yeah, this is 90 kilos. Sorry, I'm not really talking about the lifting. 90 kilos, and it's just 5 up from last week's 85. This feels pretty light. And yeah, kind of going back to what I was saying, is like when you go down to pick up something from somebody's table, they don't move out of the way, and so then what happens is you have to bend your body in such a weird way that you are allowed to reach over and still get to the item that you're trying to get. And oftentimes you have some things in your some things in your other hand, so then now you're forced to even bend even weirder, because now you have to balance all of these things together. And just thinking about those things and how long the shift was, it feels like the fatigue of my core is what is causing my lower back to be hurting right now. As in, if I had the endurance, the muscular endurance to combat all the walking and bending and all these things, I don't think I would be in pain right now. So that's the context behind how I'm feeling. But yeah, going back to the lifting today, after that really long complex, the pause back squat, 3 overhead presses, 3 overhead push presses, 1 overhead squat, and 1 snatch balance at 90. I moved into some block snatches, just some triples here, right here. It's first set at 79. This is 3 kilos up from last week's 76. And for what it's worth, I think these are pretty good. Try my best to keep my arms as straight as possible for as long as possible. And I didn't miss any of the lifts. I think the last rep on this set and the next set were a little bit challenging. I don't think that they were misses, and I don't think they were full snatches. But watch my elbows on this one. Yeah, that left elbow kind of wobbled. And yeah, I don't think it. I think it happens again on this one here. I mean, when you think about where I'm at now, it's like I'm almost back to where I used to be. Oh, it was that second rep. I'm almost back to where I used to be for power snatching. I think it was like 82 or something, 84. I'm not so sure what the actual numbers are. But I think, getting so close to them right now with my back being as bad as it is a redeeming thought for today's session. It wasn't a complete waste of time, and I shouldn't even say it like that. It wasn't a waste of time at all. I feel like I did very solid work, and it feels like I learned a little bit about my body, and that's the way it should be for all training sessions. And then after the block power snatches, I did some block pulls here at 99. Try my best to keep my arms as straight as possible for as long as possible, which is the cue that I had earlier. And yeah, it's that's kind of the end of it for all my bar work. Finished off with some pull-ups. And I think I'm going to start to incorporate individual core exercises beyond the McGill 3 at the beginning, starting this week or later this week or next week. But yeah, that's it for today. A little disappointed on how most of things went, but still running it, still rebuilding. Thank you for watching. Shoots.